Hello and welcome back to the Marlea Note. Today's video is going to be all about fitness, and we are actually approaching an entire year of my fitness journey this coming week. So I wanted to share with you what I've learned over this past year, some things that I'm continuing to learn, really just a reflection on this last year of fitness. Over the years, I have had many attempts at starting a fitness journey, and more importantly, trying to figure out how to maintain. I've learned a lot over the years. I've struggled a lot over the years, and especially in this last year, I've learned a lot about myself, kind of changing what fitness really means to me. It's been a long process and definitely still learning and growing, but really excited to share everything that I've been working on this last year with all of you. As a musician, but specifically a classical musician, I'm appreciating more and more why it is so important to not only take care of ourselves mentally, but also physically. It's a very physically demanding art form, and I've just learned a lot about my body, what it needs in order to perform well and to feel good. I've really struggled with how I wanted to frame this video. I specifically did not want this video to be all about weight loss, and definitely did not want it to be a comparison between the way my body looked last year compared to now. I think that that can become really toxic, and I do not want this video to in any way contribute to the toxic fitness world that is out there already. I hope that this video is simply encouraging, and hopefully it will give you some motivation or fun ideas for your own fitness journey. If you're also a classical musician and you're really interested in fitness and taking care of yourself physically, then this video is just for you. And even if you're not a musician and you just want to find inspiration, motivation, or just some new ideas for your own fitness journey, then just keep watching. All right, a year of fitness. I am really excited. I'm really proud of myself. This is the longest that I've ever continued on a fitness journey, and I've learned a lot. I've struggled a lot. I'm still struggling, but I'm really excited to kind of take this time to reflect with you guys. Let's start at the beginning. So I first started obviously 1 year ago, so that was about a month into quarantine, and I was beginning to realize that quarantine was gonna last a lot longer than we were all hoping for. So I live in a very small apartment, and I could feel the effects on my body from not moving, because I wasn't leaving my house. I wasn't going to rehearsal. I wasn't even really playing that much. I mean, you burn some calories while you're playing, and I wasn't really even doing that. So I was just sitting on the couch, probably like most of you, which is totally fine because I had nothing to do, and that was really calming and relaxing for me during that time. But after a while, I started mostly really feeling the effects of not moving mentally. And I was beginning to feel stuck. I was beginning to feel anxious. If you've watched my video about mental health, then you've probably already heard about how my anxiety was getting worse and worse during that time. And so not moving was not helping me mentally. So I was trying to figure out, how am I going to take care of myself physically during this time when I'm not leaving my house, and my house is small, my apartment. So I decided to brainstorm with my mom and grandma on FaceTime about what we wanted to do during this time to get moving. I actually think that I started going on walks with my mom. Like, I would call her and we would just like go for a walk together. And then I think after a little while of doing that, we decided that we wanted to do these home guides from one of my favorite fitness influencers. I had done her gym guides before. I really like going to the gym and having a list of exercises that I'm going to do, but obviously gyms were closed, and thankfully I had her home guides. So we decided that we were going to do them together on FaceTime. We were going to hold each other accountable, because Lord knows that was not what I wanted to do when I would wake up in the morning during that time. I was just like, I don't want to do anything. I'm very anxious. I just want to sit on the couch, which is fine. But I knew that if I were to move in some way that might help with my anxiety. So we decided to hold each other accountable and we were gonna do these home guides together. And I didn't even have weights. I think that during that time, it was really hard to find weights. Everyone and their mom and sister and brother decided that they were going to purchase weights and work out at home. So by the time I figured that out, I could go purchase weights and work out at home, they were gone. So we have a set of bocce balls and I got 2 like Lululemon bags and like filled them with bocce balls and used them as weights. That's like what I was doing at the beginning of quarantine. Hallelujah for finding weights a couple months into that, because that was ridiculous. But hey, I found a way. We figured it out. It was working. They were heavy, so it was doing the job. It was doing the job. Now I'm looking a little less weird in my apartment and I have real weights, but you can find anything in your house. So we started doing this weightlifting program with my bocce balls in my apartment on FaceTime with my mom and grandma every day. I think we were doing, maybe we started with 4 days a week. I actually think we started with 5. I think we did 5 days a week. That was really nice because I didn't have a schedule. So knowing that, okay, I'm gonna wake up and at a certain time, I'm going to call my mom and grandma and we're gonna do this workout. It was like literally the only thing I had planned all day. So it was really nice to be able to have that. And then after a couple of months of doing that, I decided that I wanted to start running. And I'm not actually sure why I decided that, because I've never in my life wanted to run, ever. I hate running, like despise. But I was kind of like, you know what, I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna check it out, see what running's all about. People love it. It's gotta be a reason why people love it. So I tried to start running and I downloaded the Couch to 5K app and I was like, Marlea, you can do this. The first exercise is literally just like, I think it was run 30 seconds, walk for a minute. And I was like, you can do this. You can run for 30 seconds at a time. And I did, and it was really challenging. Even the 30 seconds, that was challenging for me, which is fine because I had never done it before. And I remember doing that app and like completing those workouts, especially during quarantine when I had nothing to do, absolutely nothing. It gave me a sense of accomplishment and also that runner's high that everybody talks about that I thought was fake. It's so real. And I just had this rush of endorphins afterwards and I felt so happy and alive and accomplished. And that was the only time I felt that during that time. So I was really hanging on to that, which was so strange for me because I was like, I don't run. But I run now. It's been a little bit. I've taken like a couple months off of running for no particular reason. I would like to get back into it, but I was really enjoying it. So I did the Couch to 5K app, finished the app, and ran my first 5K. I remember I got to the end of that 5K. That 5K took me almost 50 minutes, y'all. And that's okay. I didn't care how long it was gonna take me. I just wanted to finish. And then I cried. I finished and cried, probably because it hurt. Probably because it hurt, but mostly I think it was because I was really proud of myself because it was something that I thought I could never do. I just told myself, running's not for me because I'm just not a runner. I'm not built like a runner. That's not for me. I can't do it. Anybody can do it. Anybody can run. And I think I was just proud of myself for not putting myself in a box and being like, this isn't for me. This is for, you know, you see those runners that go out and you're like, that's not me. But I was like, I can do whatever form of exercise that I would like to do and that makes me feel good. And that was really empowering for me because it didn't matter how slow I was going. I was moving and I finished and I was really proud of myself. So after that, I think I actually ran 2 or 3 more 5Ks over the course of the year. And that was really exciting for me. I was starting to see my time go down. I could see really big improvements. It was hard every single run, but I could see that I was getting faster. I was able to go longer. That was really, really exciting for me because I was proving to myself that I could do anything if I put my mind to it and worked really hard at it. Something as crazy as running if you know me really well, you know that I always despised running and would always tell people that I could not run and that was not for me. So I was just really proud of myself for proving myself wrong. It felt really good. So I had running, I was doing these home guides, and our weightlifting program changed a couple of times over the year. I started with the home guides, and the person who made these home guides, her name is Marlea, and her brand is Marlea Fitness. And I love her. She's so inspirational. She started her fitness journey because of her struggles with mental health, and I found that really empowering and really inspiring because I was also struggling with my mental health. In no way does exercising take away my anxiety and depression, or I don't think that she really promotes that her program or her fitness journey has done that, but it really helps with my anxiety and depression every single day. And anything that I can do to help is always welcomed. So after we finished her guides a couple of times, then we moved on to another one of my favorite YouTubers, fitness influencers, Whitney Simmons, and she has an app called the Alive app. We started doing that. I think we finished 2 of her programs in her app, and those were hard. Those were really hard. That was another time that I was just on the daily, I guess, proving to myself that I could do something that I didn't think that I could do because I was struggling. She kicks your butt. I unfortunately was getting to the point where I was kind of dreading working out because of how challenging it was for me during that time. I love her program. I love her app. I highly recommend. I also highly recommend finding ways to move your body or exercise and stretch and all that stuff that doesn't make you dread it. So we my mom, grandma, and I, we decided to go back to Marlea because we realized that we never actually dreaded her workouts, even though we felt that we were getting a good workout in. Like, I felt like I was building muscle, I was sweating. I really felt like I was getting a good workout in, but I wasn't dreading it. Especially at that point, and still currently, this point in my fitness journey, really any point, I don't think that you should dread fitness or working out. You should find something that you enjoy. Find something that's challenging, of course, but finding something that you look forward to every day. So we kind of reevaluated what we wanted to do, and we moved back to Marlea, and then thankfully she came out with an app, so we've been using that. It's the Slay app. It's nice to have an app because it's really easy. I can just pop open the app. I have my list of exercises for the day and I can check them off, and I can put in maybe how much weight I used on each exercise and all that stuff. So I've really enjoyed that. Highly recommend. I'm obviously not sponsored by any of these people, but I've used Marlea's gym guides, home guides, and now her app for several years now, and I love them. She's great and so inspirational to me. So that's kind of what I've been doing over the last year. I've mentioned running and all of my weightlifting programs, and I've really enjoyed them. Highly, highly recommend finding a form of fitness that you also really, really enjoy. That would be my tip number 1 if you're trying to start your own fitness journey, or maybe you're trying to find some inspiration to remotivate yourself in your fitness journey, but just finding a form of exercise that you really, really love. For some people that's running. Maybe you like swimming, maybe you just like going out for a walk or dancing around your apartment. Maybe you like to do yoga or just stretching in your apartment. Any type of movement that you can incorporate into your day, I think, is really beneficial for obviously your physical health. I found even more important, it's been really great for my mental health. Here are a couple of other tips that I have found to be really helpful and motivating for me over this last year in my fitness journey. So number 1, I already mentioned finding a form of fitness that you don't dread and you look forward to, and something that you're just really, really excited about. Number 2, I would say for me, one of the biggest things has been having accountability. Finding people that are supporting you and encouraging you on your fitness journey, that's been something that's been really helpful for me personally. Like I mentioned, I've been on FaceTime with my mom and grandma 5 days a week for the last year, and I've loved that so much, and we talk about it every time that we're on FaceTime, how grateful we are for having this together. Not only do I get to call my mom and grandma every day and check in, see how they're doing, especially over this last year, it's been really important to me to be really close to family. Of course, I love seeing my mom and grandma every day. And then on top of that, I know that my mom and grandma are also taking care of themselves, working out and becoming really strong. That's really exciting for me to see the people that I care about and love taking care of themselves and finding ways to be healthy in their day. There have been so many days when I've really not wanted to move or work out. That's totally normal. And I feel that, like I'll probably feel that tomorrow when I wake up and I don't want to do our workout. But I know that if I just get on the call, it's gonna happen. At some point, we might sit there and chat for 30 minutes, but we are gonna work out. And I always am so grateful that we did, because I can feel my endorphins moving through my body and I feel happy and energized and strong. And that's been really, really great for me, especially this last year. So finding people to encourage you and motivate you on your fitness journey, that's been something that is the biggest tip that I can take away from this last year. Number 3, this one is a hard one for myself because I've struggled with this for so long. I've struggled with body image. I've struggled with just all of the toxic fitness information that is thrown at us every single day is really, really challenging for me. And to be honest, I think I probably started this fitness journey trying to become somebody else. I was trying to become this image that I had in my head of what I felt like I would look like when I was happy. That was really toxic for me, and I'm still struggling with that. I'm trying to reframe what fitness means to me and what it should look like. I had a lot of ups and downs over this last year with having really high expectations for what working out was going to do for my body. I had an image in my head of what I was going to look like at the end of this year of fitness. To be honest, it doesn't look like what I look like right now. I'm okay with that. I think it was very eye-opening to kind of analyze what that image in my head was of what I thought I was going to look like. Kind of ask myself why that was the image that I had in my head. Of course, this is not new information that beauty standards in this country are just horrible. We should love ourselves at the beginning of our fitness journey, in the middle of our fitness journey, and there's no end to our fitness journey because the goal is to continually take care of ourselves. And I think that's the part that I'm trying to learn, that like, I've come to a year of fitness, so I'm done and I should look like this. That's not the way fitness should be framed. There is no end to a fitness journey. And that is a really big tip that I have learned for myself. Something that has become really exciting for me and also my mom and grandma is we've noticed that we can feel ourselves getting stronger. And so we'll be doing these exercises, and I've noticed that some of the exercises that were really, really hard for me a year ago, they're still hard. They are still hard, but I feel stronger while I'm doing them, and I can tell that they're harder now because I feel like I'm maybe doing them a little bit better because I'm stronger, so I can do the moves a little bit better. That's been really exciting for me, and I'm trying to kind of shift my focus into thinking in that type of way when I'm working out or when I'm approaching fitness in any type of way. So this brings me to my last tip, which is how I've been reframing what fitness means to me. Instead of having fitness be a tool for losing weight or looking a certain way, I want fitness to be a way that I show my body love and that I'm doing something that I enjoy and makes me feel good. I love lifting weights because I feel strong and it gives me a rush of endorphins and I feel a lot of energy for the rest of my day. I love running because I love proving to myself that I'm capable of doing anything that I set my mind to, and it makes me feel great. Of course, this is easier said than done. I struggle daily with this. It's getting better, but I definitely always struggle with this because it's been years and years of toxic media entering my brain. But I am trying to reframe what fitness means, and I hope that you guys do too. I know that this is a very touchy subject for a lot of people, especially me. I struggle with this subject all the time, but this is something that I'm learning, and I've definitely learned over this last year with my year of fitness. So I hope that this video is helpful. I hope that it's inspiring and helps you think about fitness maybe a little differently than you had been. I hope it's encouraging. I just want you all to know that you are all beautiful the way you look before your fitness journey, during your fitness journey. Fitness should simply be a tool to help you feel your best. So whatever that means for you, whether it's walking, running, swimming, jumping, dancing, whatever way you like to move your body and incorporate fitness into your life, I hope that it is filled with self-love and body positivity. All right, so that is my year of fitness. These are some of the things that I've learned. Of course, there's so much more to talk about. Fitness is a huge subject. If you like talking about fitness as a classical musician, and taking care of ourselves physically, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And make sure you click the notification bell so that you know every time I come out with a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week right here at the Marlea Note.